Archangel Michael has come in and he has a message for the collective. Boy, this collective, you have such a strong message coming in. Michael's presence is very, very strong and very, very clear. You might even feel it on your end. You need to stop being stubborn, is one thing I'm getting. Yes, there we go. There's the stubbornness. You've got good things coming in for you that they want. They're saying good things are meant to be coming in, and you need to stop being stubborn and stopping it. It feels that you're self-sabotaging yourself, and Michael has been there trying to help guide you, help you in some ways. Oh, he really wants those cards to come in. Okay, so let's have a look. So let me go into this. So we got the Page of Wands as the first card. I'm going to fix the focus on this. I'm getting told to mention your mum. So this could be related to your biological mum or someone you call your mum, someone who is in a mother figure role for you, whatever it is. I'm going to say that. Okay, I feel you have been, and it's mainly because I'm getting told that you've been wanting to apologize for something, but I'm actually getting told that you don't need to apologize for something that you've done. Okay, so whatever it is, it feels like they may have attacked you and you retaliated in because of whatever they done. So when I say attack, they've done a verbal attack where they say, "Oh, you're useless, you can't do anything right," and blah blah blah, whatever it is. And you've retaliated, going, "No, actually, I'm not useless. I've got a job. I am doing really well." Or you might have gone, "Well, at least the apple didn't fall far from the tree," or something like that. I got that very much immediately. So someone in this collective did say that to their parents, I believe. You don't need to apologize for what you said because what you said was the truth, and you don't need to apologize. If they come to you to apologize, accept it. You can forgive them, but set boundaries. I'm feeling Archangel Michael is coming in strong for this one because you are meant to set boundaries. We got the Knight of Wands as the next card, by the way. If it focuses, maybe. There we go, Knight of Wands. So if they apologize, and I feel it's going to be one of those things where I think you're going to be expecting an apology where it feels more heartfelt, but I don't think for a minute that they are apologizing because they want to. I feel they're apologizing because they think if they do, they'll have the upper hand. But if they do, you can forgive them because the forgiveness, and you don't want that on your psyche. You don't want to have the burden of the emotions that you feel for not forgiving them. You're better off forgiving them for yourself and set boundaries. That is what you're getting told by Michael. There is some joy here for you, though. I love the Sun card because it's about joy, happiness, and all those good things. The Sun comes in for you because I feel a sense of you standing up for yourself, whatever it was, whatever you said to your mum or mother figure. It might have been a grandmother, it might have been an auntie. It was definitely someone who is in that mother type roles. You feel good. You feel as if you spoke your honest truth, and it's because you did. You stood up for yourself. You used the strength that you have. You may have love for this person, but you stood up for yourself because at the end of the day, you knew it was the right thing to do. And I feel it deep down in my bones that you were meant to tell them. You were meant to tell them because they need a reflection. and you reflected back what they've been giving to you for years. And this feels good. I feel at this point, you should be rewarding yourself for standing up, not giving yourself a donut or a piece of cake, because I feel that's a toxic thing to do by telling yourself food is a reward, but doing something good for yourself, doing something good for your soul. You know what's good for yourself? Going for a walk. You know what's good for yourself? Interacting with people who uplift you. You know what's good for your soul? Enjoying nature, going out and being around animals, people, whatever it is. Whatever it is, reward yourself in a ways that rewards your soul, that helps you get in touch with your soul more. Meditation, reward yourself going, I'm going to reward myself by giving myself time to have a meditation today. I deserve a meditation. I deserve to be in tune with myself. I love it. We've got the Queen of Cups, the Knight of Cups, the High Priestess, the Hanged Man, the Empress, and Nine of Pentacles, and the Eight of Swords. Let's dive into this. So the Queen of Cups for this collective. I feel this is in some way resembling you, because I feel this is an urge to keep the peace. You've been trying to keep the peace, trying be, maybe you're the one going, oh, they didn't mean that, or oh, don't mind them. I feel like I'm doing a lot of defending and raising my hands. Raising my hands is a way of showing, hey, I mean no harm. It is you trying to defend this person. Maybe they do this all the time, where they let down other people. They have very big opinions about other people, but they're reflecting a lot about what they are insecure about themselves. It's interesting. Knight of Cups. I feel that this is when you're going to start getting in contact with this person again. So again, this could be a mother, grandmother, someone here. But I will say you are very highly protected and guided here, because Archangel Michael has been with you with this. He was there when you had the courage to say what you needed to say. Archangel Gabriel came in and gave you the courage to speak the words that needed to come out. I feel it. Yes, yes. I felt that. That was the throat chakra releasing. You released the words. You might have been dealing with sore throats, or feeling a lump even in your throat, and this is you have released that lump. And I feel this is when you try and get in contact with them. I don't know if it's a case of where you're wanting to rekindle because you feel you need to, especially if it's your mother, you feel family is important and stuff, but you're also not going to say give them an olive branch, but it's okay if they say, hello, how are you going? You go, good, thank you. You don't have to feed it, though. You can just leave it and be, but just remember, the silent treatment is also not a healthy thing to do. Sometimes just saying, I'm good, and then if they say, are you ready to apologize? Just say no. I am not apologizing for what I said, because what I said was the honest truth of what I have been dealing with for years. If you can't accept that, that is something you need to work on. Boom, done. Drop, mic drop, boom. A high priestess. I feel this here is you becoming a bit more intuitive with listening to your, not only intuition, but listening to maybe the angels and spirit. I feel this really deep that you have already started to. Maybe it's where you've gone, I need strength, give me strength, God, give me strength, whatever it is. But I feel that you have been sitting there like, please give me strength, please let me have this. And you have been given the strength, and this is you actually getting in tuned and in touch with that side of yourself. And they might not like that, and it might be religious people that you have in your family. I know for my birth parents, they are religious. They would see this as the devil's work. the thing is, spirituality and talking to spirits is what Jesus done. Jesus said, you can be like me in the Bible, but they choose to not to listen to those messages. But you are meant to, you're meant to awaken. And you might also be a black sheep and curse breaker and all that stuff. And you might have heard this 1,000 times. I feel like those are very populated in the system, but I actually genuinely think you were meant to be here to break some sort of cycle. And I think in some ways you had this thrusted upon you because the family member that I feel this is drawn to, then I don't think evil is the right word, but they do have a lot of ill intent that has led them down a dark path that has also led others to be a burden or be burdened by them. And you have tried to be the peacemaker, but you're not going to do it anymore because you've been broken. And it was the right time. It was definitely the right time, I'm getting told here. The Hanged Man. Are they going to get it? Are they going to get it? I have no idea what it is, but something here is going to come. And I did mention mirror before, so whenever someone has ill intent towards me, or I feel they might have ill intent towards me, I will do a mirror protection. I'm not letting in anything that is negative, but I am reflecting it back at them. So I just simply say something along the lines, or I ask the angels. I I call upon the angels to have any negative energy or any negative thoughts or words spoken about me or intent towards me be reflected back at that person tenfold. I do not wish ill will to come in my way. Anything that does come towards me of ill intent, I prosper in a positive way. I will not be impacted, and they will get what they deserve tenfold. And it is only giving back what they have sent out. But they are getting something here. It's maybe karma. It could be, especially if maybe the altercation became physical. Maybe it's police getting involved or something, or maybe other family members realizing that you you have been a victim. I think a lot of the family members may have overlooked or not believed you in the past, but I think they can't ignore this. Maybe you recorded it. I'm getting told video, so maybe you recorded it, or maybe they recorded it thinking, look at this dickhead. Look at this person. I just realized I can't say dickhead. But you're going to come on top. And the reason why is you got the Empress and you got the Nine of Pentacles on top. And you've got these two together because you are going to be okay. And whatever comes of it, whether they come back and apologize or not, you're okay. It actually feels like whatever they decide, it doesn't affect you in any ways, because if they come back and apologize, you go, thank you for the apology. You have crossed a lot of boundaries. I don't want you in my life. Or you're gone, if this happens again, I will cut you off. Or if this happens again, XYZ will happen. You have set really healthy boundaries if they do come back in. And I do recommend, if you haven't thought about it, therapy or something to help you. Having a higher power, that's why a lot of people turn to religion, including spirituality, is something where you have a higher power, you have spirit, angels, God, all those things as well in the spiritual world as well. But I believe that you do need to have either a therapist or a tight-knit group of people that you can actually discuss what you've currently been going through, so you can actually have the tools and communication skills to be able to tackle this person in the future if they do ever reach out to you again. And then we've got the Eight of Swords now. I don't want you to feel that you're tied to them in any ways, and I feel they're going to try and pull you back, and it could be a case that you've tried to do a cord cutting ceremony or something, or thing, you can always call upon Archangel Michael to sever the cord between you and that person, especially if you feel you need to sever that connection. But just remember that cutting is not the same as uprooting. If you're wanting to get rid of them in your life permanently, or if you don't want them in your life permanently, you do have to find a way to uproot it, and you're filling that gap with something else. So if we uproot a weed, we make sure to put things in. So we might be putting down stuff to make sure the weed doesn't return, and then we fill it with something. So most people, they'll fill it with dirt, or if they want to put something, they might put a flower or a seedling in there. But whatever it is, you're making sure to put something else in place of them. So it could be a new friendship, it could be love, self-love, and all that you're going to fill in there instead, and make sure to nurture it. So like we would with a seedling, we would be making sure to have water, probably fertilizer, all those wonderful things to make sure that it gets nourished. So same with self-love. If you choose to fill it with self-love, you put self-love by looking yourself in the mirror every day and go, I am worthy of love, I am love, and I'm lovable, whatever it is. But this person, I feel for you that I don't think you're going to be wanting to be in contact with them for very long. I feel that whatever it is they have done, or whatever discussion came in, that you don't want to really have them, especially maybe it might be a fresh argument, but I think this has opened your eyes a lot more. Let's see what the final message is, what affirmations the collective get. Now, don't forget, if you're wanting a reading a bit more in depth, that I do have sessions available in the Ko-fi link, and it is up to you if you feel drawn to do that or not. If not, that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. And if you're wanting to also help out, there's a link there for the Walk for Autism. I am doing it for the month of May. So if you feel you have the means, especially if you're in Australia, it is tax deductible, but I am trying to raise the money. It's almost near the end of May, but if you would like to donate, please do. I will be doing another donation next month for, I believe it's for the Starlight as well. So look out for that. Hey, so I like this. I am on a path of spiritual awakening. My soul's purpose is clear to me. This is Metatron. I help raise your energetic vibration, allowing for inner change and an awakening of your true spiritual calling. So you are coming into that spiritual calling. I was saying about intuition and stuff like that. So I feel you have been really intuitive, and that's why we got that, the High Priestess and the Empress and all that. They are very feminine cards come in this one. I know it was definitely just as equal as the men one, but we have a lot of feminine energy, and I feel you might be coming into a balance with the feminine and masculine, or the moon and sun, whatever you want to call it, but you are coming into that balance. But thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. And if you can't book a session, maybe it's not in something that you're feeling called to at the moment, that's perfectly fine. Just comment, like, so I know that it resonates, and that helps me in some small way. And I appreciate you being here, and I hope you have a beautifully blessed and wonderful day. Bye.